Hey guys, welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we're talking growth factors in skincare. Now, if you haven't heard of growth factors before, you certainly will have as we come into 2024, because they're getting a lot of hype online and they're becoming a real viral and trending ingredient as we cross into the new year. However, growth factors have a lot of benefits, but they tend to come with a higher price point. So in this video, I want to share with you my thoughts, feelings and opinions when it comes to growth factors in skincare. Are they like the superhero when it comes to anti-aging, boosting collagen and elastin production to minimise fine lines and wrinkles, or are they just overhyped and overpriced? At the end, I'm going to be sharing with you a couple of my favourite budget-friendly growth factor serums. So in this video, there's truly something for everyone. Sit back, relax, let's talk all things growth factor serums. Now, before we delve into all things growth factors, just that quick reminder to do all that YouTubey stuff if you haven't already. If you want to support me as a content creator, if you could reach down and give this video a big thumbs up and a like, honestly, it would mean the world to me, because the more likes the video gets, the more widely YouTube will distribute it on its platform. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you to each and every one of you that just takes that small moment out of your day to like the content I create here on the channel. I'd also love to know your own experiences with growth factors. Give me like your growth factor before and after stories. Leave them in the comments section below. These are just my thoughts, feelings and opinions, and I'm on a skincare journey like the rest of us, so I would really love to hear yours too. Now, without further ado, let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. So, growth factors. Like I say, super popular, but should we be incorporating them in our skincare routine? Well, hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be able to make the right choice when it comes to your own skin's needs. But to simplify things, I'm going to break this into different segments. First up, we're going to talk what are growth factors. I'm then going to come on to some of the benefits of growth factors and some of the studies that sit behind them. Then I'm going to talk about my own experiences. We're going to come on to some limitations. Then at the end, we're going to talk about the best growth factor serums and creams on the market. So if you are tempted to try them, these are what I call like the best of the best. If you want to skip to one section of the video over another, be my guest. All those timestamps are linked in the description box below, as are all the products that I'm mentioning today. Trust me, some of them have super long names, so the link means you don't have to remember and type it all out. So, kick things off with what are growth factors? Well, growth factors are natural proteins that are already occurring in our body. Our bodies synthesize and make them for us. But as with a lot of things in life, as we age, our growth factor production dips like that. This can be one of the contributing factors to a loss of firmness and elasticity and that look of aging in the skin. Growth factors have many different benefits. They really help the cells of our skin to be in tip-top health and condition, and they also help cells communicate with one another. There are actually 4 different categories of growth factors, and because I don't want this to be like a super scientific and in-depth look at them, I want to give you like the top line understanding of growth factors. I have linked some studies and some more in-depth research in the description box below. So if you want to nerd out a little further on growth factors, all there in the description box for all your pleasure. Now, 4 different types. The one you'll commonly see in skincare are epidermal growth factors, often abbreviated to EGF. This is the most common type and can bring some really great benefits to the skin. It can boost collagen and elastin production. It can improve the overall health of our skin, which can lead to a little bit more of a luminous, more radiant complexion. And quite importantly, it can help boost the levels of hydration in the skin. A lot of the aging we actually see isn't down to a loss of collagen and elasticity, it's actually as a result of dehydration. So if you can increase hydration levels, you can automatically see a more plump skin and complexion, which is one of the quickest ways of targeting fine lines and wrinkles. Now, because growth factor sounds super scientific and they often come with a super bougie high price point, I think a lot of people have just overlooked them for a long time. Well, that was till this year when they're definitely having their moment in the spotlight. And I think that's come about because of a more accessible price point with certain products and the fact that I think we're looking to elevate our anti-aging game beyond just those traditional ingredients such as peptides, retinoids and of course sunscreen. All really important, but you want to take it to the next level, then I think growth factors is something that a lot of people are looking into. Growth factors have actually been around for decades. They were first identified in the 1950s, and actually that research team won a Nobel Prize for their work in the 1980s. So well studied, documented, and understood. But I think it's only in 2023 and 2024 that we're starting to see these ingredients appear in our skincare routines. And honestly, I'm a big fan of that, of having some option in the market to elevate our anti-aging routine. If you do a quick Google search for, growth factor serums, for example, you'll see so many blogs singing the praises of this category of ingredients. But I don't always buy into that hype, and I wanted to try growth factors on my own skin so I could report back the results. Well, I've been doing so for the past 5 months, and in this section I just want to go about the differences that I've seen. So we often hear people saying that growth factors can improve the health of the skin, improve the barrier function of the skin, minimize fine lines and wrinkles by boosting collagen production, and even fade hyperpigmentation. Well, the good news is if you want to use a growth factor serum, it pairs really well with just about the rest of your skincare. So there's no, can't use it with this or that like some other complex ingredients. So I decided to give it a try and just slotted it into my skincare routine for the past 5 months, and I've been really impressed. I use my growth factor serum morning and evening, which is what most studies actually recommend. And over that time, I tried where possible to minimize the number of products that I changed in my routine, so I could kind of see that it was the growth factors were making the big difference. I used it alongside my retinoids in the evening to kind of boost the efficacy of that. And I've definitely noticed over that time that my skin does have a little bit more firmness and elasticity than it was started to lose previously. And the fine lines and wrinkles, particularly those around the eyes, do appear diminished. Now, do I think this is groundbreaking and the equivalent of a facelift? Absolutely not. But of course it's less invasive, and I've definitely noticed over that period of time that those growth factors have been increasing the hydration, and my skin, particularly in winter, which we're in here in the UK, a lot less dry than it would normally be at that point, and for that I'm eternally grateful. The good news about growth factor serums is you often find them with other ingredients in, so you can almost use them in combination with some ingredients, and also in replacing some others. And I'll share with you how I did that when I come on to some of my favourites. But overall, I've absolutely been impressed. If you look at some of the studies into growth factors, often people will say they can lead to a 20% reduction in fine lines and wrinkles, and I think that's fair. I definitely think that's probably in the ballpark of what I've achieved by applying a growth factor serum continuously over that 5-month period, and that for me is pretty decent. Like I say, not the equivalent of a facelift, but definitely a less invasive way of achieving some really great anti-aging results and a boost to your skin confidence. I'm sold on its ability to increase hydration. It's definitely done that for my skin, which I love. However, I don't think it's had any noticeable difference on my hyperpigmentation, but everyone's skin will react differently to different ingredients, so it's worth bearing that in mind. So in terms of the benefits, I do think growth factors will have a meaningful impact in terms of anti-aging, boosting collagen, reducing fine lines and wrinkles. Do think that they work to increase the barrier health of the skin and the levels of hydration in the skin, both of which I think are really important ways of minimizing the appearance of aged skin and just keeping our skin in tip-top health. Less convinced on that hyperpigmentation, but overall the results have been enough for me to want to continue to use growth factors in my skincare routine as we come into 2024. Now, there's loads of studies showing that it'll increase skin density by up to 60%, reduce wrinkles by 20%. It's singing the praises of growth factors. But what are their limitations? Well, of course, like any other ingredient on skincare planet Earth, you could, of course, have a reaction to growth factors. So please make sure you patch test thoroughly, which I recommend doing for all new skincare products, irrespective of their ingredients. Also, if you read, a lot of different opinions on growth factors, you've definitely got those dermatologists singing the praises of this new category of ingredients and recommending it as part of an anti-aging routine. You also have those that are more detractors and say, questioning whether the growth factors applied topically to the skin will actually be able to get into the skin where they need to be to deliver maximum benefit. And I think you always have to look at both sides of the argument. And for me, overall, I was impressed enough with the results to want to continue. But I also think when, some studies show that, using growth factors over a 2-year period is the equivalent of having like a facelift. I just don't think you're going to get those results. So set your expectations clearly, and that way I just don't think you'll end up disappointed. So for me, like I say, I'm going to be continuing to use growth factors, but I want to share with you in this section of the video some of my personal favourites when it comes to serums, and I've got a little something for everyone no matter what your price point. So the one that I've been using over the past 5 months has been this. This is the Allies of Skin Multi-Peptides and Growth Factors Advanced Lifting Serum. Now, the reason I started using this is actually when it launched, they sent me a bottle of this to try, and I was hooked. One bottle lasted me about 2 months, and I thought after that 2 months, yeah, I'm invested enough in this and seeing enough results that I want to repurchase with my own coin. And I have done so twice since, so I'm now on bottle 3 of this. I love the fact that it comes with a pump, easy to dispense. And this is like transparency overload. So they tell you the exact growth factors you get in here, the concentration, which in this case is sky high, and the other amazing ingredients. So this is packed full of peptides too. And so whilst this does come with a higher price point, and honestly, I thought long and hard over about a week on whether I actually wanted to repurchase it. Ultimately I did, and zero regrets. But you can actually use this in the place of your existing peptide serum. So it's a way of kind of minimizing the cost a little bit and also keeping, you know, your routine streamlined. So in here, you've got those great growth factors, you've got the peptides, you've also got some ingredients in here that naturally encourage the body to increase growth factor production itself. So I think this is like win-win-win, ding, ding, ding territory. And I completely understand the price point of this. This is never included in their buy one, get one free offer. You can't use discount codes with it. And I think the reason for that is A, it always sells out like that. It's constantly sold out, coming back in stock, sold out, because they make it in small batches and it's, you know, it's difficult to keep it in stock. I get that. But also it sells so well at high price because of the results that people get. They don't feel the need to incorporate it in the buy one, get one. So that's a little bit of a shame, but honestly, this has sold me. It's also got some copper peptides in here, so it's just a wonderfully comprehensive formulation. The price point, yes, makes me gasp. And when I repurchased it with my own coin, which is something I always do when a brand gifts me something, after I've used it, I always buy it with my own money because I think, does that change my opinion of it when it's my coin invested? And honestly, I still love it. Like I say, I bought it a third time, and I think this is a product that I'm going to continue to use throughout 2024, and is the one luxury splurge that I actually have in my skincare routine. You know, I use a £2.75 eye cream most days, which that's the Face Facts one, by the way, which I absolutely love. So use that every single day, and yeah, I'll still spend money on this. So I think it shows, you know, I'm not bougie by any means. And I do think that has the technology in there and the comprehensive formulation to really justify a higher price point. Now, not everybody is going to be able to afford that Allies of Skin product, and I totally hear you. So what I will say, there are some more affordable options on the market. One of my favourites comes from Stratia, which is their Interface Moisturiser. Now, unfortunately, this is currently sold out. I spoke to Stratia and they said that they were going to be bringing this back at some point early 2024. So watch this space. But this also contains growth factors in a more moisturiser. You know, the Allies of Skin one, definitely a serum. This is more of a moisturiser, a cream base. Great affordable option. Hasn't quite got the technology that you get with the Allies of Skin one, but does contain those growth factors in a good concentration. Out of stock, but one to keep your eye on if you want, and I'm definitely one. I'm thinking as I come into 2024, I might be persuaded to maybe use the Allies of Skin one on a morning and use the Stratia Interface on an evening, or vice versa, to kind of stretch this product, save some coin. I'm always open to that. So when that comes back in stock, I would be tempted to potentially do that. It's up to you how you want to work your routine, but keep your eye out for this one. When it does come back in stock, it's kind of worth the wait. I also do want to quickly share it with you, though, and I've wrote the name of this down because it's ridiculous. The Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Hyaluronic Botanical 2 Growth Factors Wonderful Ampule. Now, like I say, it's linked. You don't want to have to spell all of that out. I've linked it for you. But this is a really great option out of the Korean skincare market. So Haru Haru, a great Korean skincare brand that I've had some great success with. This has 2 key growth factors in it. Not as high a concentration as with the Allies of Skin, but this comes with a ridiculously low price point. I think when I purchased it, I paid £20. So one of the cheapest growth factor serums on the market, and also has some really nice ferments in there too. So that fermented rice is going to help to increase the hydration levels of the skin, will actually help with hyperpigmentation. So whilst I'm not sold on growth factors helping with that, this serum definitely will, and so I personally really enjoy that. Haru Haru is a great brand, and this is a nice, I'd say, a segue into growth factors. If you kind of think, yeah, I don't want to miss out, I want to try them, I want to see what the hype is, but I don't want to go straight in with a super scientific, beautifully formulated but bougie option, this I think is a really great option that you could incorporate into your skincare routine. Extra hydration and the benefit of those 2 growth factors. Haru Haru, like I say, one of my favourite brands. For me, growth factors are definitely a way of elevating your anti-aging, taking it to the next step, getting some enhanced results. I'm completely sold and will be continuing to use the Allies of Skin Growth Factor Serum because I just think the technology coupled with the peptides, with the ingredients to boost your body's ability to produce its own growth factors is kind of like the holy trinity of, anti-aging perfection. But if your budget doesn't stretch this, nor do you want to buy it, there are some cheaper options on the market. So I would say, whatever your budget, maybe think about growth factors as a way of adding to your existing anti-aging skincare routine, boosting the potency of your retinoids, of your peptides, of your sunscreen, and all the other amazing anti-aging ingredients that you use. On their own, I don't think they're going to be super comprehensive, but as a boost to anti-aging, I'm definitely sold, and I was happy to share with you my thoughts, feelings, opinions in today's video. Let me know your thoughts, and wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye!